Good evening and welcome to News Geelong. Tonight we speak with Councillor John Mitchell, elected as the Mayor of the City of Greater Geelong for another 2-year term that will give him an unprecedented 4 years at the helm of our city. From the summer of Geelong sport, the Flying Hawk Nathan Curry speaks with a pleased Geelong Cricket Club senior coach Damien Shanahan, following the club's 4 from 4 team victories against Richmond in Premier Cricket last weekend. And from the so-called summer of weather, we update you with the latest forecasts for the coming few days. Opening tonight's News Geelong, at the City of Greater Geelong Council meeting this week, the decision on council leadership was decided, and in a unanimous vote of confidence and support, Councillor John Mitchell was re-elected unopposed for a further 2 years. News Geelong spoke with Mayor Mitchell shortly after his re-election.
It's a great privilege and a great honour to have my colleagues re-elect me for another 2 years. So yeah, it'll be 4 years in total. So you know, yeah, I've always said our system allows long-term mayors, and this proves it.
John, you spoke with pride and passion when you accepted the nomination, and you then spoke about your vision. Could you share that with our viewers, please?
Well, our vision, Graham, in all honesty, is to make the city a more vibrant place to live. Not only the city but the region. We've got a number of projects like the Cultural Precinct, the Library Heritage Centre, you know, the Yarra Street Pier, the Conference and Convention Centre. You know, things like that we need to continue to work to deliver on. But as I said in my speech, we can't do that without bringing the punters along with us. You know, like I'm going to say. Where I feel most comfortable, in all honesty, is at the grassroots, and you know me well, Graham. And you know, it's about being open and honest. We make decisions. Not everyone's going to think the decisions are right, but the bottom line is we've got to be consultative, and we've got to be out there talking to the public, and we've got to make sometimes some hard decisions, and we've got to be brave enough to do that.
There's little doubt in the feedback that we get around the City of Greater Geelong that you are a popular mayor, you are a man of passion, and you talk about grassroots government. It's a very, very strong part of your style.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Like, Graham, it's what you see is what you get. You know, I know where I come from. I know where I'm going. We all know where we're going, but you know, I certainly never forget where I come from. And you know, it doesn't matter whether you're talking to the Prime Minister or you're talking to the boot starter out of Thompson. As far as I'm concerned, I treat everyone the same. And you know, I don't see this as an ego trip or anything like that. I see this as an absolute privilege, and it's a privilege to be the face of 12 people that really do put themselves out there. And you know, and the councillors are all to a man. You know, fantastic people that are here for the right reasons, and that reason is to represent their constituents and represent the City of Greater Geelong.
In a further visionary step, the City of Greater Geelong also elected our Deputy Mayor for the next year, Councillor Cameron Granger, currently the youngest member of Council. News Geelong spoke with a very humble but very pleased Councillor Cameron Granger following his unopposed election at the COGG Council Chambers.
Thank you. Yes, look, I'm elated to be elected to this position. It's a position of great privilege, of course, to be the Deputy to the Mayor of the City of Greater Geelong. It's a massive municipality. There's a lot of work to do. I'm very enthusiastic about doing that work and looking forward to getting on to assist the Mayor and the councillors in that role.
We spoke to the Mayor about pride and passion, and that certainly, as you say, appears to be surfacing with your continued vision and focus in the community.
Yes, well, look, it's I've been a member. Well, I've been a resident of Geelong ever since I was born. I'm very proud of this city. We see it to continually grow, not only in population but in standing around Australia and the world. Recently, with the UCI, there's nothing that Geelong doesn't offer people when they're looking for somewhere to live, and what we want to do is make sure that we continue to offer enough places for people to come down here in Geelong whilst delivering the services to those who already live here.
Cameron, I think one of the very satisfying things we see with the COGG as a total council is its cohesiveness, and that was spoken about strongly, particularly by the Mayor, Councillor John Mitchell. You share the same view?
Yeah, we are, as a bunch of 12, well, 11 at the moment, we're -1 because Andrew Kados has gone on to be the member for South Barwon. As a group, we work very well together. Occasionally we have differences of opinion. Any number of people in any particular circumstances, there's always going to be differences of opinion. But once we've resolved those differences of opinion, or at least agreed to disagree, we move on and get on with delivering for the people of the city.
Brimley remains the most secluded of our seaside resorts along our beautiful coast, where there is one general store and a vibrant caravan park. Join this with the creativity of students from the Geelong Technical Education Centre, where young men and women work to progress from school to the world of active and rewarding employment, and the result is another strong community partnership, as Ian Nichols reports.
News Geelong has taken us to the Brimley Caravan Park. Not a lot of people know where it is, but they soon will, because we're getting some really great new units built here, thanks to the Year 11 and 12 students from GTEC, the Gordon Technical Education Centre. They're building these units as part of their ongoing education program amongst what would have to be very old units here. They've been here, as I said, for many, many years. So we're going to talk to their teacher and representative from the City of Greater Geelong about this really interesting project. How are they doing, in your opinion, Brett?
They're doing fantastic, really. They've it makes my job really easy, as in they're engaged. Compared to other activities you might run where they're not engaged, if they're engaged, my battle's over, if they're happy with what they're doing. So, yeah, happy days.
Well, they look very enthusiastic, and we also have Matt Jackman, who's the project engineer from the City of Greater Geelong. A great project to get young fellas out here in the workplace.
Oh, definitely. It's an ideal work site too, because it's easy to get to. We've got an indoor education building that we built 2 years ago, and we're building 2 other cabins behind this one. One's exactly the same as this, so the guys can actually learn direct from one that's being built at the same time.
Well, Matt, of course, the other important aspect of this is that the City of Greater Geelong is funding quite a bit of this project as well.
That's right, and we also got a grant off the Department of Sustainability and Environment to contribute towards building. And they've got a sustainability focus, so they're 6-star energy rated. We've got our double glazed windows, we've got our PV cells, we've got our solar hot water, we've got our water tank to flush us back into the toilet, we've got our bamboo flooring, so underfloor insulation. So they're a really good model for the kids to learn about the future, and this is how building should be done in the future.
Well, do you think, in your case, Brett, you might see more projects like this in the coming years?
Well, Matt here's given us this opportunity to build this one. I'd like to think that our school involved in this caravan park ongoing would be. I'd love to see that happen. I guess it all depends depends how this one turns out, but so far both Matt and I are happy with the progress. So I'd imagine in the future we'll be continuing to do work here at Brimley.
At the Brimley Caravan Park, which is just a hop, step and a jump from the Bankura Surf Lifesaving Club, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. This is News Geelong, as we go to a break and return with more news after this.